I used to run on empty, physically, emotionally, and mentally drained. Why? Because I kept on saying yes to everything and everyone until there was nothing left for me. And then 2.5 years ago, I caught COVID and my body completely shut down. That's when the truth finally hit me like a ton of bricks. Every time I said yes to others, I was saying no to me. No to rest, no to joy, no to the things I needed the most. And that pattern seeped into every part of my life. If this sounds familiar, please know you're not alone. So many high achievers fall into the trap of giving everything and ignoring the quiet build-up of burnout underneath it all. In this video, I'm going to share the steps that I took to finally turn things around, for me to rebuild my energy, my joy, my sense of self, by showing up for me authentically, without guilt, without shame, because healing doesn't come from doing more. It comes from finally listening to what our body and mind are telling us. This isn't about becoming mean, cold, or shutting people out. This is about becoming softer, kinder towards yourself. And if that voice starts yelling, but that is selfish, let me tell you, that voice is lying to you. As a certified hypnotherapist and coach trained by Marisa Peer, the creator of Rapid Transformational Therapy, a powerful award-winning modality, I have helped many clients rewrite that script and shift into self-respect without guilt. So stick with me as I share the 5 steps that I took to stop letting people take advantage of my time, my energy, my kindness in a way that felt grounded, empowered and real. And it all began when I started listening to the part of me that I had been ignoring for far too long, my body. Before you say yes, pause. Research shows that even a 5-second pause before responding reduces cortisol spikes and rewires your brain to choose safety over survival mode. Your body's already telling everything you need to know. Are you feeling a tightness in your chest, a sinking feeling in your stomach, or tension in your shoulders, or some other subtle ache in your body? That is your nervous system whispering or maybe screaming, "This isn't a yes for me." These days, I simply say, "Let me get back to you." I take my time to check in and respond with intention rather than obligation. If I feel a lightness in my body or a smile spread into my face, I know it's a yes for me, but I still take my time because I know that rushing is not being kind to myself. And let's be honest, 99% of requests are not life or death, so there is no rush. So give yourself permission to pause, take a breath, check in, and then respond with intention. Before I go on to tip 2, let me ask you, when was the last time that you ignored your body's no? And did you pay for it later? When I first started setting boundaries by not dropping everything to meet other people's needs, I thought the guilt I felt meant that I was being selfish. But through my training, I learned that guilt wasn't the truth. It was my old conditioning that was reacting to me doing something new. So if you feel guilt when you're setting boundaries, let me assure you, you're not being selfish, you're just doing something unfamiliar. Think of guilt as a post-workout soreness. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's a sign that you're building new strength. Guilt is a natural part of the unlearning process. You can name it, you can feel it, but you can still honour your own truth. One simple yet powerful tool I use is the 3 A's. Awareness of what I'm feeling, acceptance without judgment, articulation, say it out loud or journal it. This subtle process enables you to reduce the intensity of the emotion of guilt or whatever else you may be feeling, and it also gives you space to ask the question, do I need to shift this feeling, or can I accept it and still choose what is right for me? That's not selfish. It's your job and responsibility to take care of you. And for many of us, this is a brand new skill that we're learning to practice for the very first time. This next shift was a game changer for me. I realised I was being nice to avoid discomfort, to keep the peace, protect other people's feelings while avoiding my own. I used to suppress, ignore and numb my feelings of frustration and resentment by shopping, watching TV, binging on food. Anything to avoid the discomfort. But here's what changed everything for me. Kindness includes me too. Ask yourself, am I being kind to feel safe or to belong? Or am I being kind in a way that honours my boundaries by taking care of my needs first? Real kindness isn't about pleasing others at the expense of yourself. It is rooted in honesty. And that honesty starts with you, being real with how you feel and what do you need. As I mentioned earlier, I used to believe that setting boundaries would make me seem uncaring, selfish and distant. But what actually happened was that the people that actually cared about me respected me even more for showing up for myself. And the relationships that stayed became more meaningful, deeper, and they didn't drain my energy. I won't lie, some people did walk away, and yes, that did hurt. But when I did the 3A's exercise I mentioned earlier, I realised something powerful. Their leaving created space for the kind of people that cared and truly respected me. Boundaries aren't walls. They are bridges to deeper, more meaningful connection. You stop wearing a mask just to fit in, and instead you show up as your whole authentic self. And that feels truly amazing. Are you still with me? Good. What I'm about to share might be the most empowering shift of them all. Here's the secret. You don't need to start with a big uncomfortable action to shift this pattern. You just need to start small. Say no to that last minute meeting. Let that call go to voicemail. Pause before replying to that text. These tiny no's are so powerful. They teach your nervous system that it's safe to honour yourself. They protect your energy and remind you that you're allowed to go at your own pace. And if you've never paused, never said no, and these still feel too big, then you can start with my personal favourite, standing up to the inner critic. When that voice pipes up with something like, you are a people pleaser, you never stand up for yourself, pause and challenge it. No, that is not true. Now I have 5 tips to help me show up for me. And that right there, standing up to the inner critic, is the first huge step in you showing up for yourself and showing yourself the self-respect that you deserve. If any of these tips have resonated, take a breath, let them land. Just know that you don't need to prove your self-worth by being everything to everyone. You deserve to pause and go at your own pace. You're allowed to choose you, and that is not selfish. That is you showing up for yourself. And that changes everything. Let me know in the comments, what is the one step that you're going to take today to prioritise you? If you've stuck around to the end and you found value in this content, please like and subscribe or share with someone that would benefit from it too. Until the next one, go out and seize the day.